Oh my god, is it working this time? Ah, thank God. It took me forever to get it to work. Okay, cool. So we are going to look at our MMMR notes for our mean, median, mode, and range notes. If you already watched the video about the little charts that I made in the whiteboard, great. But this is going to give you a couple more examples and really solidify it into a nice little like dandy thingy that you can use. So first what I want you to do is I actually want you to take it on this long vertical line. I want you to fold it on the but I don't know how well the audio is going to work. I think the computer can hear me from here, but I also have to cover marker. I also have the microphones on that I use to yell at you. Ha ha ha. So we'll see if this even works. But anyway, now I'm going to take some scissors. I'm actually going to cut. I did a really bad job of folding. I hope you're all better than me. I'm actually going to cut on these horizontal lines. I'm going to make it like a little flippy thingy. So let's just get that going. I'm going to start talking a little bit louder, just in case the computer can't hear me. I have no way of knowing. How exciting is that? So, once I got them all cut, awesome, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. Let's start with our mean. So when you hear the word mean, I want you to think average, because I think it's my understanding that at this point in like 5th grade maybe, or maybe 4th grade possibly, you should have maybe done stuff with average, or at least learned a little bit about what average means. So when you hear mean, I want you to think average. Okay? So when we flip out open, that's actually right here as well. When you think of mean, think average. So in order to actually find the mean, first you need to add all of the data values. And then second, so there's 2 steps, it's great. Your second step is to then divide by the number of data values. And I'll show you exactly what that means in a second. So actually, let me grab some colorful pens to be able to distinguish a little bit better. Color coding is always a good idea, if you can. Let's do blue, let's do pink, let's do teal color, black, sure, we got the whole shebang. The gang's all here. So, just let me hear that. Oh. So I'm going to give you some, let's say they're fake test score values, right? We're going to want to find the mean. Okay. So our test score values, let's call them 94, 86, 92, 100, very nice. 99, 91, 99, and 83. So those are the fake test scores that we're actually going to go with. For the sake of this example, I'm going to grab a calculator. So first, because I want to add all the data values. So if I literally go through here and just say, I literally go through here and I'm going to add them all up, right? I can even use a calculator. So what I'm going to do though, with my pencil is with a separate color. I'm going to remind myself that I'm adding these numbers together. What that equals, let's try it. 94 plus 86 plus 92 plus 100 plus 99 plus 91 plus 99 plus 83 equals 744. I hope I'm not wrong. We're going to assume that I'm not wrong because I'm so good at this, right? So 744, I'm using blue ink for that, and I'll show you why. So I added all the data values. Okay, so I didn't realize that I had already used my whole 5 minutes. I can only record for 5 minutes at a time. How great is that? So we're actually going to finish this up real quick. I had to start over because I kept working. Anyway, I added up all of my data values. Now I got to go back and I actually need to count the number of data values so that I can know what to divide by. So I'm going to use my pink pen for that. So look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 data values. So I've added them all up. I got 744. We're going to divide that by the number of data values, which is 8. And I don't expect you to do log division by hand right now. It's unnecessary for what we're doing. So I'm going to do 744 divided by 8. I did 93. Let's use black pen, I guess. I'll put dots around that so that I know that's my answer. The mean, or the average, is 93. So in this context, the same as test scores, the average is 93. Average score. Which is pretty good. It's like an A. Maybe an A minus, but I think it's technically an A. Rock out. Cool. So that's the average. You add them up, you divide them by how many there are. Now, median. I've said this 100 times probably. The median, I want you to think middle. It even kind of sounds like medium, which is in the middle of low and high, stuff like that. So whenever you hear median, you should be thinking middle, because then even if you don't quite remember what you're supposed to do, you know that you're looking for the middle. So let's flip it over. First, the most important step is we need to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. None of what you do after this matters unless they are in order. Then I'm actually going to mark off the high and low values until you reach the middle. If there are 2 middles, let's come back to that. Let's come back to that. So I'm going to put my numbers in order. So I'm going to look back up here using these same numbers. Let's see, you got 83, 86. Now, normally, if you have a big data set, it might be worthwhile to cross these off as you go so you can keep track. But I'm just going to count mine at the end because I know that I have 8. I already know that. So 83, 86, 91, 92, 94. Looks like 2 99s. And 100. So I'm going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. We've got all 8 numbers there. So I'm actually going to mark off, or I like to say karate chop off the high and the low values until I get to a middle. So let's use this blue pen. Karate chop off my low value, my high value. Sometimes if you do opposite lines like that, it actually helps you keep track of how many you've done on each side. So that's sometimes a good idea. It's up to you. That's that one and that one, that one and that one. So I have 2 middles right there, right? So what I'm going to have to do is I'm actually going to want to add them and divide by 2 because 1/2 has a 2 in the denominator, right? So that means I'm dividing by 2. So if I want to find out what's halfway between 92 and 94, I have to add them and divide them by 2. You're actually finding the mean of those 2 numbers in that case, so the middle, right? Excuse me. Anyway, I forgot what I was just saying. Now, I take a look at this, and I know that halfway between 92 and 94 is 93, but it's not always going to be that nice. So it's a good idea to practice now with adding them together and dividing by 2. So I'm going to take 92 plus 90. So I have to actually add those 2 numbers together, those 2 middles, the 92 and the 94. I really hope that's not lagging super bad, but it looks like it is. Anyway, we're going to add those 2 together. Again, you could do it by hand and say that it's 186. I can do that in my head. But I'm going to go ahead and actually just do it because I just want to. 186. What did I tell you? So 186. Now I have to take that number and divide it by 2 to figure out what's in the exact middle there. So if I actually do that, 186 divided by 2, I'm going to get, interesting, 93. So the mean was 93. And in this case, the median is also 93. The median is 93. So the median test score, the test score in the exact middle of all the test scores would have been a 93. Even though nobody scored a 93, it's still possible. So next we got the mode. This one shouldn't take us very long. When you hear mode and when you think of most, and remember, I mean the one that occurs the most frequently, the one that happened the most, not the highest. Okay? So let's flip this open. When you hear mode, I do still want you to think most. Okay? You're going to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. Technically, you don't have to do that, but by organizing your numbers in that way, it actually really helps you see which ones are happening the most. So you want to do that. Let's do that. We can actually copy those from up here too. So it's really convenient to do that because it helps you find the mode, it helps you find the median, and it actually helps you find the range too. So let's put them in order again real fast. 83, 86, 91, 92, 94, 99, 99, 100. So let's put them in order. Now I'm going to find the number that appears the most. Okay? So just at first glance, since there's not a lot of data here, it's pretty easy to see. The only one that happened more than once in this case is 99. So in this case, the mode is 99. Now, however, there could be more than one mode. Right? What if I had thrown in another 94? So there were two 94s and two 99s, but nothing had 3, nothing had 4. Those would be the 2 modes. It's totally possible. And if I took out one of those 99s, it's also possible that there may be none. If all of these test scores only had one value for them, there wouldn't be a mode because everything would be the same. Or even if these all had 283s, 286s, 291s, so on and so forth, there wouldn't be a mode. So there can be more than one, and there can be none. It's important to look for that just in case, because you don't want to lose points for only saying one of the modes. Last but not least, this one shouldn't take us very long either, is the range. When you hear range, I want you to think difference. And I'm going to put under that subtraction. Because you want to remember, difference means subtraction, right? So opening it up, think difference. So again, if we put the numbers in order from least to greatest, it helps us see what the maximum and minimum are. And we're going to subtract that difference right there. We're going to subtract the minimum from the maximum. So that means maximum minus minimum. You're taking the minimum out of the maximum. So let's throw those in order again really well. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. We're just going to look back up here. I can see that my minimum, use pink for that. My minimum is 83 because I already put them in order there. My maximum is 100. All right, here we go. So finishing this up, we got to take our maximum and subtract the minimum from it. So what that actually means in a very literal sense is that I'm going to take 100, my maximum. I'm going to subtract my minimum, which is 83. I can do that in my head and say that it's 17, but I want to double check on my calculator just in case, since I have that as an option. 100 minus 83, I get 17. So 100 minus 83 equals 17. So the range is 17. So I know I talked super fast through a lot of this, but you can always watch this at like half speed. You can pause it and rewatch it. That's what makes this a lot better in some ways than actually having to listen to it in class, because the lot easier for you to hear it as many times as you need to and see it as many times as you need to. You can use these notes when you get to your test. Yeah. So just keep on working, but also enjoy your break. Right? Enjoy a little bit of time off there. Okay? Cool.